Hey everybody, welcome back to another Girlfriends Chit Chat. You know, y'all, I'm so excited about tonight. But we got so much to talk about tonight. So let's get started. Let's go ahead and bring my girlfriend and Miss Leslie Thomas of She Promotes Network. Come on in here, girl.
What's up?
Oh, what's going on, girl? How you doing?
Everything's all good, sister. Let's do it.
Y'all, it's gonna be hype tonight because I'm so excited because you know we got a lot to talk about tomorrow. What's going on? We're gonna talk tonight.
Yes.
So let's come on and bring in my girl Shauna Price, the connection guru. It's you tonight.
Hey. How y'all doing? I heard her say we got a lot to talk about.
Yes,
we talking a lot. We're talking
tonight.
Y'all, I'm so excited because y'all know what tomorrow is, right? Tomorrow is launch day of the Girlfriends magazine. Y'all know I'm so excited about the launch of the magazine. It is going to be amazing. I cannot wait for the panel discussion, the guests, and you know, also my feature. I can't wait for Ms. Jacqueline Carter to come on in the room and chat with us tomorrow. It's gonna be amazing. My cover girl on the cover of the Girlfriends magazine is gonna be amazing. If you all have not had an opportunity yet to register for the event tomorrow night, you want to go to www.chitchat.com. Girlfriendschitchat.com. You want to go there and register for tomorrow night. It is gonna be amazing. We have got some amazing surprises in store, and we're giving away some stuff tomorrow night too. So you're gonna want to be in the room tomorrow night. So I'm so excited. But you all, with no further ado, y'all, we're gonna dive in tonight. We got an amazing guest with us. You know, she ain't new to the Girlfriends. She ain't new to us at all. You know, Miss Shamandrine Shanker. We are so happy to have her here with us this evening. And so, you know, y'all, I want to kind of, you know, we always come in and we want to always talk about our guests and who they are and what they're about. And so when they come into the room, we always have a great conversation with them. So I'm gonna go and have my girl, Miss Shamandrine. What's up, girl?
Hey y'all. Hey.
How you doing?
Hey.
Excited to be back.
Yes, we're excited to have you. And you know, for everybody who does not know Shamandrine, tell everybody about who you are and who you serve.
Awesome. So my name is Shamandrine Shanker. I am the CEO of Handle It Solutions and Services and also the founder of the Handle It Business Lounge. In a nutshell, I'm all about helping women to get their time back when it comes to high-performing women who are CEOs, entrepreneurs, helping them with the systems, the processes, the teams in their businesses so that they can build legacy businesses. But I'm extremely passionate as well about helping women who have something inside of them and they know that they're passionate about it and they're wanting to bring it out as a business. So helping them to convert their passion into a profitable business online.
Yes. Well, look, that's what we all trying to get
the show. She just gave it all to us.
Yeah. Give it to you. Give it to you.
Passionate balls.
Look, but that's how it is, y'all. We're trying to get our business to that point where we can manage our business and not have to worry about all the back stuff, all the stuff in the back office, all the virtual stuff, everything that we need to tend to. So, Shamandrine, tell us, what exactly can you do for me in my business if I'm trying to get to that level of trying to relinquish some of the stuff that I can't do anymore because I'm all over the place? What can you do to help me leverage my business, regardless if I'm a startup business or I'm a seasoned owner?
Yeah. So, I mean, typically it's all about the systems, the process, the teams, the operations of the business. But I mean, when it all boils down to it, I just want the women that I work with, the women that I serve, to understand that we have to have abundance when it comes to our businesses, right? Because there's so many of us women, whether you're just now getting started or you have that desire, or whether you're already operating your business and they're missing out on life because they don't have the ability to be able to, you know, break away from the business, right?
Right.
So I always say that, like, I'm giving them their time back. Like, I understand what it's like to be on both ends of the spectrum where I was working a 9-to-5 and wanted out and crying in my the parking lot of my job because I knew I wanted to do something that was more than what I was able to do. But then on the other end, we leave our 9-to-5. Why? Because we want time freedom and we want money freedom. And then we start creating these businesses and don't have time, but we have the money. And it's like you're still living in lack if you don't have the time, but you have the money.
Right.
You can't spend it if you don't have the time. So I mean, those are the core pillars. It's about putting the systems in place, creating a process that allows you to do the same thing over and over and over again, so that you can bring on a team that can run that thing like autopilot.
Wow. I absolutely love that. I mean, we encounter women all the time. I mean, for a lot of people, you know, we had you on last year and we're so excited to have you back. But what does that process really look like? You are a mother, a business owner. How do you find balance between the two?
Yeah. So I feel like that part, the word balance, I had to really let that word go.
Yes.
Because when we think about balance, we think about, for some reason, we think that it means that everything has to be weighed the same. And life is never going to be that way, because there's always going to be something that has to be a priority at this time. And then we shift, you know, to different things that are as a priority. For an example, like at the beginning of this year, at the beginning of last year, we in 2022 now, I had to release about 2 of my major clients. And I'm like, okay, Lord, like, what is that going to look like financially? Because these were big clients, but I had to fulfill a role as a homeschool mom to my son who needed it. And I had a toddler, right? And so I'm like, you know, Lord, I don't understand what this is going to look like, but I had to operate in faith to know that sometimes balance may look like me giving 70% to be present with my kids and only 30%, and allowing God to show me, well, what does that look like? And then sometimes it's a matter of you being able to give a higher percentage of your business, but you have your children taken care of, and you know, and have people that can support you in doing that. And so it's not necessarily it all being balanced, but it's being able to prioritize in the time that we're going through.
Right. And I think what you're saying is a lot of women really have to define what that balance is for themselves, because it's not a cookie cutter process. Everybody is different. Everybody's methodologies are different. So yeah, I totally agree. That has been major challenges for a lot of business owners who have, you know, finally come, you know, we're in quarantine, which is the awesome thing, because I've seen more businesses birth during the quarantine than I've ever seen. So, you know, whereas some people thought it was a bad thing, I think that, you know, aside from the, you know, the many challenges that the COVID quarantine has brought, it brought about so many businesses. Have you seen an increase just in your business alone with women who are saying, hey, I need to figure out how to put all of this together?
Yeah, because for one, my business serves typically online businesses, right?
Okay.
I'm an online business manager. And so one thing that I found was that these women were thriving during the quarantine, right? I saw their prices go up. I saw their businesses scale and increase. And so while everybody's thinking, oh, we're having a quarantine, so nobody's buying, maybe I should lower my prices, or maybe I should run. These 6-figure entrepreneurs and CEOs were not, they were moving forward into it, you know? And so, because there's so much more opportunity with online business, there's so much opportunity for us to be able to come out as entrepreneurs and handle, you know, different and bring our skills, our services, you know, to light.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I think that's what we look for, because so many times we get to a place in our business where we feel like, because I'm shut down, which I feel like I'm shut down because we are currently in home. You know, I'm homeschooling virtually. And I'm trying to find a way to be able to, like you said earlier, to be able to care for my child, but also run a successful business. I actually, I kind of congratulate you on making a decision to put your kids first, because a lot of times we don't put our children first.
Yeah.
Because we're so hungry for it, and we want to keep our business thriving. We want to keep our business going. And that's amazing that you allow God to say, God, you got this. And I'm believing and having faith in that. And that's what we have to get to a place, is having faith and believing that we're going to still be successful. Our business is still going to grow. It's still going to be prosperous. What do you feel like in regards to educating your clients on how to navigate and being able to still be successful, but at the same time put family first?
Yeah.
Boundaries.
Yes.
Boundaries.
Ooh,
It's
yes.
boundaries because so my son 2 years ago let me a little bit about the history of this business, right? So when I started Handle It Solutions as a business, I was pregnant with my daughter. She was I was 8 months pregnant when I started offering these services, and literally on my hospital bed, I was working. And my son came to me after I had her and he said, "Mommy, your business takes you away from your family." And so
Wow.
yes, because literally I was working. I would wake up and I wasn't homeschooling then, but I would wake up and I would grab my laptop and I'd be working, and then I make sure he got to school, or then we were going through I think we were doing virtual, I'm not sure, but I would make sure he was okay with school and stuff, and I'm on the computer all day, every day. Let me stop, make sure they ate, make sure this happened, but I'm just on the computer all the time. And I didn't have any boundaries within my business. I didn't have any boundaries for myself. I didn't have any boundaries with my clients. So people and clients, they felt that they could talk to me anytime. Why? Because I was always available.
Yes.
Because I didn't have any boundaries, my family was suffering because they didn't have me. And so I had to shift and pivot. I had to pivot the way that I offer services. I had to up my prices and lower what I was offering, the amount, right? And then I also had to put time restrictions around when I was going to work, when people access me, when you cannot access me. I had to put those boundaries in place and stick to them, because when we don't have boundaries, sometimes we feel that if we're always available for clients, then they're going to respect us more. And what I realize is they respect you more when you have boundaries around yourself, boundaries around how they access you.
Yes. And let me tell you something. I know that more than anything, and I had to do it because, of course, my business is credit repair and financial literacy. And my clients, when they get a letter, they get a phone call, they get some sort of correspondence, that here they go text messaging. And the first thing my daughter says, "Mama, you're off." Me being off has been so tough, because my immediate reaction, because some things I'm like, oh, okay, I just need to do this really quick. I'm learning now, after all of this time, especially now that we're in quarantine, I'm having to really set boundaries, because it's 8-9 o'clock at night and my daughter's like, no. And my family's like, no, we can't do it. So I understand that. And that's so tough, because you want to give that, but yet your family deserves your time. They deserve your energy, and they deserve all of you, not a portion of you on the phone, but absolutely. And it's tough. It's very tough.
Yeah. I still have challenges with that, especially with my business and a lot of my clients being online, because I network a lot through Facebook. And so I have to still set the boundary of, I'm like, well, clients aren't contacting me, but we're sitting here watching a movie, and I'm talking to someone who wants to set an appointment, or I'm networking with someone in the DMs and things like that. And it's like, I have to put those boundaries on myself too, because my kids need me present. And when I'm not present, that's experiences that we're missing out on. That's, like I remember, like now looking at my daughter who is 2, and how I've been able to be present for her life. And then I think about my son who is now 10, and the things that I see with her make me realize how much I missed with my son, because I was so focused on trying to climb the corporate ladder, trying to work, trying to, and I told myself, I convinced myself that I was doing this for my kids. I'm doing this for my son. I'm trying to, establish myself for my son, but he needed me. He needed me present.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're always sacrificing something, but we have to figure out which one is worth it.
Hey, Vanessa.
Right? Which one is worth it? The sacrifice of missing out with your kids and experiencing things, or the sacrifice of figuring out, okay, what boundaries do I put in place, and how do I restructure my business in a way that allows me to have life and business?
Exactly.
The amazing thing about what you guys are talking about right now, and I've been backstage listening, right? But putting your family first. And I heard somebody say balance, and my good friend Freela Yola, she always says that there's really no such thing as boundaries. Balance. It's harmony, and finding harmony in our everyday life is what makes the difference. Because what I've learned is that when it happens, just like a few minutes ago, me having to go backstage was because of my daughter, right? Because I have a 7-month-old, right? And sometimes we have to understand that it's okay, right?
Right.
We've let what society deems to be okay take over in our lives, and that's why, as Shamanda was saying, how we feel like we're doing all the work and blah, blah, blah. Listen, I know what she means. I was on a live one night, and Chloe's on a live with me, and Chloe like told everybody, "You need to spend more time with your kids," and I was like, "Sis," but I think that's what I love about children the most, because they're gonna tell you the truth, right?
Yes, they will.
Absolutely makes a difference in how we approach our lives. And here's the real kicker: your clients, your customers, whatever you want to call them, I guarantee you, for the most part, they putting their kids first.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
I agree.
They got boundaries in place that says, I can reach out to you, but you can't reach out to me. But the only reason why it says that is because there's somewhere along the line you've allowed them to believe that was okay.
Yes.
But they so having boundaries, like when I realized I didn't have boundaries, it was a game changer.
Yes.
Like, sis, don't call me out. Not sleep, but don't call me.
But you know what, y'all? I think we get so caught up in that last email. I'm gonna do this last one. Let me pick this one little thing over here. I gotta do this right quick. But you find yourself continuously doing that, and you have to know when to put the brakes on.
Exactly.
And a lot of times we don't know how to say enough is enough.
Right.
Until we get burnout or till we get exhausted. Like Shamandra said, till your kids tell you, you neglected me. You know?
Yep.
And you have to, but Shamandra, how did that look? Having to step away from two of your clients and try to figure it out. How did that look? Because I know your clients was like, what? You leaving me?
And so honestly, it was actually a couple of things that happened that led me to that point, because with my clients, honestly, first off, I was over delivering and being underpaid, because when we first get started with something, we're like, oh well, I'm just gonna charge them this amount, or I'm just gonna charge this while I'm getting to know how to do this and all of that stuff. And so I was grossly, like, I wasn't valuing myself first off, so I wasn't charging my rates.
Right.
And so if we're not charging enough, then we create this huge workload on what we feel that we need, so that we can make what we make the income that we need.
Right.
And so I had already started going through a journey to figure out, like, this is not working. I'm not making enough, and I'm burning myself out.
Right.
And so I had started shifting and figuring out, okay, well, what does my services need to look like in order for me to have the life that I want? What does my prices need to look like in order to have the life that I want? So sometimes we think that it's all about, okay, what does the
right, Vanessa.
Vanessa say the super one.
Yes.
But if your prices are not geared to reach your goals, you're never going to reach them anyway.
That's right.
Like, I can't say that I want to make $100,000, but my package is $100. Like, it doesn't add up.
Math ain't mathing.
Right, your math ain't mathing, okay? And so I had already started shifting, and what I realized was that I needed to double. Once I figured out what other people who were established were actually charging, I needed to double my rates. And of course, when you have clients who have been getting you at one value and you're telling them that it's actually worth another value, it's hard to move there anyway.
Right.
And so it was me needing to value myself, but me also knowing that there's no way that I can get to where I feel I need to be, serving the amount of people that I'm serving, charging what I'm charging, and spending the amount of time that I'm spending.
Right.
So I had to it was impossible. But then what I didn't know was that in the midst of me releasing clients, I was going to have to shift and move out of my home and all of these different things that started happening.
Right.
But it was just a matter of faith.
Right.
Like when I say it was and Shauna knows some of that. And so it was a faith walk and a faith journey. But if you know that God is telling you that it's time to move and it's time to, make some shifts, I had to be in place to be able to shift that, because I was able to purchase my home in every, and that was over a year ago, and I've been sustained, I've been sustained.
Wait a minute, hold up, let's just stop 1 second, because she tried to slide in there that she let go of some clients and then purchased a home.
Yeah.
Wow. See,
now,
that's
y'all
amazing.
Y'all didn't catch it. Y'all didn't catch it.
I
missed it. She lost clients, y'all, and bought a house. What that takes? Her faith walk is what?
That is certainly a faith move.
It was one
all day long. It's a faith walk. We have to be walking in faith every day. Every decision we make.
Exactly.
It's a faith walk, y'all. This journey real. Everybody's journey is different and their destination is different. Yeah. But trust me, the journey is real.
Let me tell you, what's so amazing about what you're saying, and it so speaks to me. So let me tell you, I do, of course, credit repair. I do financial literacy. Now, interestingly enough, my clientele comes from all of the realtors that I work with. So the whole scope of that is, if a client goes to a realtor and that client's credit is not together, then I am the one that comes in to be a part of the team to fix the credit. Right. If I fix the credit, the realtor's gonna get paid because they're gonna get commission. And then if I keep my prices low, the person that's going there to do that, who just purchased a home, they just benefited. And the person that was left out of that pile because I had my prices so low was me. So I had to go in and establish my own value, because I'm like, wait a minute. My goal is I want to see my clients win. I want to see them in beautiful homes. But when I sat back and realized what my realtors are getting in just commission, I wasn't getting that. Once I repair the credit, I'm done. I'm out. So everybody, I'm like, how do I make this mutually beneficial so that I can feel like I, of course, am benefiting from the whole, the whole setup as well. So I clearly understand that, because my prices were low, because I'm like, I want to get in, I want to establish the whole thing. And I realized that when this was all done, I was the least paid in the process.
Yep.
So I had to get there, and I had to really establish my value, what I bring to the table, how quickly I am turning my clients around and they're moving into homes. They're getting their dream, but I have to establish my dream. And I really had to stop and press pause and say, I got to know my value. I can't be nickel and diming myself. I know that this is what I'm passionate about. I know what I love to do, but I was leaving me out of the process. Just like we do as mothers, we're always the last on the totem pole. We take care of everybody in the house, the husband, the kids, but I was leaving me out even in business. So I'm learning now to put me first, put me in there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, how do we establish that so that everybody is benefiting from that process? So that's why what you do is so important.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
You have to know and charge our worth.
Yes. And one thing that you said, Leslie, you were saying that you had to put you first, right? Mm-hmm. One thing that I realized with almost every client that I get, whether it's one that is, CEO that's coming in, or, someone who's bridging the gap to CEO, or whether it's someone who's just now getting started, the first thing that I always have them do is tell me what you want.
Yeah.
Tell me what you want. Good. What's your vision? What do you want? Mm-hmm. Not what do your clients want? Not what does everybody else want from you? What do you want?
Now, you know what you just said? That's the Mandarin. That's hard what you just said.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking of client first and not self.
Exactly.
Because the whole time when you just said it, I sat back and said, what do I want? And I'm like, wait a minute, let me think about it.
Yeah.
Because I'm always thinking, you think about everybody else.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about yourself.
Right.
So so crazy. My husband will always say, you treat your personal life like your business. And you treat your business like your personal life. And they do work hand in hand. Mm-hmm. So if I do what I do at home, where I put everybody else first and me second.
Right.
I do the same thing in my business.
Yeah.
I put my clients first and me second.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah,
you
but
ask-
we
you
get
ask
burnout
that-
though.
See, but when you said that, I was like, okay, let me think a second.
Yeah.
What do I need?
Yep. Because at the end of the day, once those clients, they can come, but just the way they came, they can choose to no longer need you, right?
Right.
And
That's
I'm not
every
saying it, of course we have to serve our clients with excellence, of course.
Right.
But at the same time, if you're completely burned out and all of your clients just up and quit, then what's left? You have to pick up the pieces of yourself left over.
That's
Because
right.
then you feel like, oh my gosh, that was my life. All of this stuff, I'm drained. Like it takes, like I've had to go through, I have a therapist now. Like
Yeah.
I got a therapist now
Yes.
because I need someone who constantly tells me, no, Shamandrian, what do you want? It's about
Right.
you. What do
Right.
you like? And she asked me when we first got started, well, what do you like to do? And I couldn't figure out what I like to do outside of my business. Everything that I said, I'm like, oh, well, I like to go to women empowerment events. She's like, that's networking. What do you like to do?
Oh,
And I'm
wow.
like, and it's because I didn't have time to do it.
Did you figure it out?
Yeah, I know what I like to do now.
What you like to do?
I realized that I like to do my own nails. Don't look at them. I'm still working on it, but I like to do that. That's something that I like to do myself. I could go to the shop, but I like to do it myself. And now I have the time to sit and do it myself, small things like that. I want to start getting massages every month. I ain't added that yet, but I'm gonna start doing it. Why? Because I put things in place so that I have time for me. Vanessa said you can't pour from an empty cup. I say that all the time.
So
but
that's
if your clients are gone and you have nothing, then what? You got to make sure that you're still good. You're still whole. You're still complete. You're still filled. And in order to be able to do that, you have to prioritize what you want out of life and what you want out of your business. Right. If you want to make a certain amount of income, like most of the people, I find that some of the women that are in that middle, when I ask them what do they want to make income wise, it's like the small goal. Oh, I just want to get to where I'm making $5,000. I just want to get to where I'm making $10,000 a month. And I'm like, no, like what's the vision? What is your heart desire? Right. Because that's possible. Like, what do you really want to be? Do you want a $500,000 business? Okay, let's put stuff in place so that's realistic. You want $1 million business? What does that take? Yeah. What does your life look like if you have that? Because I heard someone once say, if you're shooting at a target blindfold, you're never going to hit it.
Wow.
If you're shooting at a target blindfold, you're never going to hit it because you're blind to what you're actually aiming at. You don't know. But once you know where you want to go, how much income you want to make, what you want this business to look like, how many people need to support you so that you can only work the amount of time that you want to work, whether that's a 4-hour work week, whether that's a 20-hour work week. It's possible if you can plan for it.
Right. And that's why I think vision boards usually are pretty good. Well, I have a vision. I do financial planning and I do that with my clients. I'm like, so where do we want to be a year from now? Not 5, because I feel like to be realistic, I sit and do that. And they're like, well, I'm not quite certain. I said, well, how can we chase a dream if we don't know what it is?
Exactly.
If you know what your finances needs to look like, then we have to be able to apply a budget. You can't continue to do the wrong thing to get the new thing. We have to be able to change the mindset. So for me, it's starting from the ground. The credit's bad. Okay, fine. Where we're going to start is from here. Every month, what are we sacrificing to make sure that we hit that goal in 12 months? That is what I have to do with my clients, because you can't pull out aimlessly. There's no way for you to reach it if you don't know where you're going.
I know that's right.
Map out.
Exactly.
And you walking blind, like you say, we're not setting those goals, let alone setting realistic.
Right.
But we don't. I think it just boils down, and if I'm speaking for myself, I think it just boils down to how we are looking at things. Like for a minute, when I would listen to people online, and every time I heard somebody say, "Oh, it's mindset shift," I used to be like, "Well, shift your mind in, because you're getting on my nerves with that." But I started realizing, as I was looking at my business and what we do in my business, it's a mindset shift with anything that you want to change. And it took me back to something my dad used to tell us a long time ago. He used to say, simple stuff. I was telling him last night, listen, you got some of the best quotes, and I put them online a lot. But he used to tell us, if you want something different, you're going to have to do something different. Yeah. And a lot of times we're not looking at what is that different, but what is it that we want to know what it is that we got to do that's different.
Right.
And so I think sometimes it is just a matter of, I love the whole, what is it that you want? Because I know when I get offline, I'm getting ready to ask myself that question and write it down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great question what she said.
Because I'm in my thought process, and some of the things that I'm shifting in and some of the things that I'm switching around, I really need to ask that question again.
Yeah,
right?
We do.
Or just period. I need to ask that question like every 2 days.
Yeah. I mean, we all can implement that in business.
Like, come on, this is Girlfriends Chit Chat. That's business and personal.
It's
like, what
real,
do I
though.
do in personal
It's
life?
real, because we saying pretending to be somebody we not.
Exactly.
We need to be real about it and be honest and be truthful with ourselves, is what you really want.
Yeah.
You know, you're not trying to do like everybody else doing.
That.
We need to stop trying to do what everybody else doing and figure out what works for you.
Oh, yeah. Nothing in life is cookie cutter. Do you know there was a study that talked about divorced women, and divorced women who had been in relationships and marriages for 25 plus years? When they finally got out, they said therapists asked, there was a survey that was done. They asked the women, what do you want? These women had already given up their lives. They gave up their thought process. One lady said, I have to almost learn how to ride a bike again because I've totally given up myself. When it's kind of like the coming to America syndrome. I like what you like. I'll eat what you eat.
That's one of my favorite parts.
Well, no, I like.
But that's true though.
Whatever you like.
That's true though.
Whatever you like, because that's what happens. Yes, girl. And so, you know, and I thought it to be true, but even those that are in our relationship, in our marriages, we have to stop and press pause and say, wait a minute, do I really like jazz or do I like rap? Do I like some trap music? You know what I'm saying? You really got to ask yourself that question.
Am I a little thuggish?
I got a little thug in me for sure.
A little rough on the edges, huh? Is
Am
that
I a little scrappy? Like, real.
It's real. But that's life, y'all. It's how we that's how we function. We function in there every single day. I don't know what I really want. I'm just going with the flow. That's how people do.
I have a question for Shamandrian.
Come on, Shauna. What's your question? Let me prepare.
It's not even. I'm not even gonna like bring it, friend. But friend, what would you say is your superpower? Not your superpower for me, but just your overall superpower. She got special powers for me.
I say that my superpower is vision. And it's funny because someone just asked me this question and I don't even remember who it was, but I just answered this question. And the reason that I say my superpower is vision, because if you give me a seed, I see a tree. You give me, you give me the idea, I'm going to see the big vision and I'm going to see what it is, magnified. That's what I feel that God has blessed me with. And I'm excited. I'm passionate about that because it helps us to get out of the mindset of just seeing what's available to us and what's right in front of us, and we have to be able to expand ourselves because I believe that anything that anybody else has been blessed with is available for me too. If there's people on this planet that are making billions of dollars, guess what? That means if I want it, I can have it too.
Right. A lot of them stealing it. So we gotta be able to get it.
Right. And we're of the kingdom. Come on now.
Right. You know that.
Say that again.
You gotta understand something, y'all. Is you can't go to God with these little, like he said, these little small dreams.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
he was
I'm a big God.
God didn't show up small. God created small.
But come on now, we put our visions now. We put things on these vision boards. They be little. We like, oh God, I got this little goal. God, just give me this little. It's always little. have big dreams, have big aspirations, have big things that you want to attain.
You
Things that
a
people
little
think, oh, girl, you're not going to do that. Girl, you're wasting your time.
God.
What you thinking about?
It's
Yeah.
almost like saying, God, can you do this right here?
Testing
Yeah.
them. You testing them.
Like, I already got this right here sitting for you. Y'all seen the little picture of the little girl got the bear in her
I
arm.
love the
Yeah.
And then he holds the bigger bear, but she don't want to let go of the smaller bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's how we be trying God. And I think God in his own way be saying, like he probably be saying to me, Shauna, come on now, let's keep it all the way G code.
Oh yeah.
I know, like, just like that, like free.
Yes.
Yeah,
And then
you
the
got
big
me.
thing about it, the biggest thing about it is he's already done it though.
Yes.
It's already done.
It's
Yep.
done.
It's a matter of what we're going to take. So it's like if I walk in and I say, okay, well, I want the little cheeseburger, then he
Right.
going, okay, well, you can have that. But if
You
I
can
come
have
in and say, I want the filet mignon, I want,
Come
I
on
want
now.
this.
Come with it. There you go.
It's available. It's already been made available, but it's up to us
It's
to
our
decide.
perspective on it's how we see things. And I like
Yeah.
that you said vision was your superpower.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Hey,
a lot
the
of
pastor-
times we're not really thinking, and just to be all the way like in your face about it. Amira, what is your superpower? Leslie, you're next.
Oh, I'm ready.
They get to
Every
prepare.
time put people on the spot. You see this
Absolutely,
now.
because I think sometimes we do a lot with our guests, but Shamandra is our friend and she's okay. What's your superpower?
Empowerment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can say that because I done got a many of phone calls and
Yeah.
texts. Okay.
I want for you to be even better than what you see yourself being.
Yeah.
I want you to see what I see.
See,
Yeah.
now you can
that
see how you can
there's no end in sight. It goes beyond the sky. It goes beyond that because God sees infinity. You're going to go even further. Because I get tired of people setting those goals like, okay, once I meet this is as far as I want to go.
Right.
Stop settling just for this, just the surface layer. Because I remember God last year gave me the word elevation. He said, you're forever leaving yourself right here, surface layer. I need you to go deeper and to see that. And so I'm consistently always encouraging, empowering, trying to instill something so much more in you than what you can see for yourself.
Yep.
So that's what I'm always doing.
Right.
Look at it. She was getting ready to give a whole sermon. Just
No, I
now.
was not.
I felt it right here. I was about to pass the plate.
I'm over here rocking.
I'm about to pass the plate.
Hard. Leslie, what's your superpower?
My superpower is, and Song Sarah said it best. That's our resident fashionista. If she's not watching, she said on Instagram the other day. She said, "You are the ultimate hype girl," and I am.
Yes.
Because what I am the ultimate. But it's definitely authentic because what I believe is I give to people what I know I am. So if I'm hyping you up, I don't need you to do it because when I wake up every morning, what I say to others, I've already said it to myself. I am that hype girl because what it is, I am a visionary. God's given me that blessing many, many years ago because I truly believe in the embodiment of empowerment. I don't believe that I'm going to speak empowerment and not put it into motion. So even when I'm not getting it, I'm giving it because at the end of the day, everything that I do is unto the glory of God. So when I'm not getting the hype, he's giving it to me. So I've already gotten what I needed from him. So he's commissioned me to empower women who've been down. I am that hype girl.
Good God Almighty. I am the two most important words in this world.
I am.
I am.
What's yours? What's your superpower, Miss Shauna?
I already know what it is.
I think I would like to say that my superpower is God has given me the ability to speak to them. I don't want to say the masses, but to the people. And when I say that, what I mean is there's not a conversation in this world I can't have with anybody. I literally can talk to anybody.
Right.
I have the ability to put a person at ease and they give me their life story. And I believe that he does that because it enables me to pray. And so when I have the opportunity to learn more about people, I can learn 6 things about a person and they might say 2 sentences. I have the ability to connect. And I think that connection, like sometimes I look at connection just in the grounds of like networking and all of that. But when I had my daughter, I can remember I was having an ultrasound done, and you know how they are checking out the chambers of the heart. And God began to show me that our body is one big connection, right? It is literally we're built this way. And for me, it kind of like, whoa, it was like, whoa, this is why I'm able to do this the way I'm able to do it. I literally am able to tap into the hearts of human beings.
Yeah. Amen.
But that's how we should all be trying to build relationships.
Yeah.
You know, you don't.
I don't even know if it's a build relationship deal all the time. I think it's just the ability to hit their heart. Like, because you can talk to people and you can build a relationship and still don't be impressing upon their heart whatever it is that God needs them to have. Right. You still don't be impressing upon their heart whatever. And God gave me that ability.
Right.
When you feel like you can stop me outside and talk to me for 2 hours and I let you.
Yeah.
But that's a God-given ability.
But you know what? That is so awesome, though. That's awesome.
I absolutely love people. That's the second part of my superpower. Like, I love people. Like, it's sometimes creepy for me, but I absolutely love people. I can see the good in everybody.
Right.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good, though, because there's good in everybody. I don't care who you are, what you've been through. There's good in everybody. Because sometimes we don't even think there's good in ourselves sometimes because we don't allow ourselves to say, you know what? I have to get to a place where I have to forgive myself to be able to love yourself again. And so we get to that place where we have to be able to tap into ourselves and be able to look at that. But Sean, the main thing is just being able to have a heart of understanding. And, you know, and that's a reflection on your business. You know, people connect to that. People are able to, that resonates. People remember you sometimes just from a word.
Right.
I remember her.
All day they remember me.
They remember you.
You know how else they can remember
you press upon that person that day. They may not become your client, but they will remember you.
Yeah. A lot of times, and that's happened several times where it's not meant for them to be my client. Right. It's meant for me to get whatever God needs them to get at that moment. And sometimes it is, I don't even want to say, oh, it's a word. Sometimes it is encouragement. Sometimes it is just love. Sometimes it is just, listen, it has to be controlled. It has to have boundaries because my cousin, like they have had the ability to ride this up until a week ago. They can ride it.
But you know what? I'll definitely say this though, and I know because I know we're going to wrap up soon. I think the reason why the networking is so essential because especially we as Black women have been silenced for so long that we have to find our voice again. Because we've been conditioned to being silent. I'm just going to stay in the background. I won't say anything. I won't do anything. Now we're finally getting to the point now where I see more women doing podcasts because now they're finally, after all this time, comfortable enough, feeling valuable enough that I too can say something and it will make impact. It will do exactly what God wants it to do. So me helping someone to network is saying, wait, I deserve to be here. I should be here. And now I feel like I have a voice to do so. Some people don't know how to do that. Teaching people to network, to bring out what God has put on the core, girl, that's essential. Let's monetize that, girl.
You better hype chick. Like, listen, it is monetized, but here's the thing, right? I've never been that Black woman. I've always had a voice. I've always spoke. I've always like, sometimes it's got me in trouble, but I've always had in places in my life. I've always been like, nah, like even in Charlotte, they're like, oh, Charlotte's cliquish. Charlotte is extremely cliquish.
Yes, it is.
You click with the best of us. Move in any atmosphere.
Yeah, because I be seeing Shamandri more live too. Shamandri be going live more. I be checking out.
Shamandri is like this.
Come on, Shamandri.
How y'all doing this morning?
Let me tell y'all how when I got pregnant with Charlie, it was, everybody knows that it wasn't the best. She messaged me out the blue. But she seems to do that every single time I need prayer. She messaged me out the blue, and I'm like, that's how I was. It's amazing how God put so many people in the same circle. Like, I have a lot of people that float in the same circles, right? I have a lot of people that are connected in different ways. And it's amazing. And even if I didn't connect them, I have people that know people, right? But it's amazing that we have to understand the beauty of why the four of us are sitting here today, right? Yeah. We have to understand the beauty of that. We have to understand what that means. And as we're, like she said, as we're wrapping up, I'm gonna tell y'all what that means. That means that tomorrow y'all better show up for that launch.
Y'all don't know. Now listen, now y'all don't know. Now we're gonna go ahead and dive on into it if y'all want to do it tonight.
Let's do it.
Go ahead, let's do it. Tomorrow is the launch of the Girlfriends magazine. Yes, indeed, we are excited. We are thrilled that it is going down. You all, Shamandra is gonna be on our panel for tomorrow night. Y'all, it's going down at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on Zoom. I want y'all to go ahead and register. Go and get your ticket, y'all, and show up so we can have us a good time. Yeah, we're gonna have an amazing time. It's going to be amazing. We're gonna have who? None other than Miss Jacqueline Carr is gonna be in the room. Yeah, she's gonna be with us. We are so excited to have her. We cannot wait. It's gonna be an amazing time. So if you still need to get your ticket, you need to go to www.girlfriendschitchat.com. Go and get your ticket to be in the room with us tomorrow night, because we have got some amazing individuals, our features, our contributing editors, and y'all can't miss this. I'm telling y'all, because it's going down. I'm so excited. Yes. Now the Girlfriends magazine is everything. It is my baby. It is birthed from the Girlfriends Chit Chat show, because my women need some knowledge, information, and what I'm bringing stuff, y'all, that what you need to talk about. Yeah. Nothing is off limits on this platform. We talk about any and everything. Same thing goes for this magazine. This magazine is going to be a wealth of information. You may get thrown out your seat by some of the stuff you're going to read in this magazine. That's what makes it so entertaining. And trust and believe, I got my men in there too, because I got my men features too. So of course, you know, every girlfriend needs what? A man in her life. Yes. So you know, I'm going to have my men featured in my magazine as well. So you all are not going to hate not coming, because you're going to be in the room. That's right. You're going to be in the room. So I expect to see you tomorrow night for the Girlfriends magazine launch party. It is going to be amazing. And as always, y'all, you know, all good things have to come to an end. I hate it because I love my conversation with my ladies. Every time it's always fun. But you know what? You're going to be able to catch us on the Believe Your Dreams TV network. That's right. You're going to be able to catch us on TV. We're so excited about this great opportunity to be on that platform. You also, it is going to be amazing. Like always, you all, for you all who are now coming in, we thank you all for being a part of the Girlfriends Chit Chat show tonight. As always, catch us every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you all have an amazing Friday, an amazing weekend.
We love you again.
We'll see you again tomorrow night at the launch of the Girlfriends magazine. You all have a great night. Goodbye.